Okay, this is attempt 2 of filming this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I feel like it's been forever since I've sat down in front of the camera, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this. I just really felt this strong need to sit down in front of the camera and update you guys and talk about how I'm feeling. And I really want to get back to making more videos for me and making videos to connect with you guys. So I think this is more of a video for anyone who really cares about my personal life and what's going on and likes to hear my thoughts. And this is also kind of therapeutic for me because there's so much going on in my head, and I was just sitting here journaling, trying to write it down, and then I thought what I really want to be doing is talking about it to the camera. Like, that's gonna be so much more helpful than just writing. I've been doing a lot of writing down my thoughts, which does help, but I just felt like doing this today. So basically, if you don't know, I used to live in Sydney and now I don't anymore, and I did a video on that. I'm gonna link it down below, explaining all about me basically moving to Germany. The basic gist is I grew up in Germany, was born there, and then when I was 10, 11, I moved to Sydney, Australia with my family. It was for my dad's work, and I went with them obviously, and we stayed there for 9 years. And this year my parents decided to move back to Germany. I thought I was going to stay in Sydney for another year, but always knew I kind of wanted to end up in Europe eventually. But then they left and it was really awful for me. I kind of realized that I can't live without my family, and I do really love Europe as well. So I decided to move this year, and I made the decision to move and then moved within a matter of 3 weeks. I packed up all my stuff, I sold lots of stuff, we moved out of our apartment, I sold my car. All these things happened within a matter of 3 weeks, which some of you guys might have seen some of in my vlog. And now I'm in Germany, and I've been here for almost 3 weeks, which has gone by so quickly. And when I first got here, I got to Düsseldorf, which is where I grew up before we moved to Sydney, and that's also where my parents bought their new home now and where they're going to be living. So we were there but staying at a friend's place because the home that my parents have bought isn't ready yet, it's being redone, blah blah blah. So we were in Düsseldorf for 6 days, celebrated my mom's birthday, just spent time with friends and family, getting over jet lag. I'll insert some clips here. I just woke up from a bit of a nap. I think I slept like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm quite jet lagged and I think just tired in general as well from moving and just emotionally drained. But I've made it to Germany and I'm really happy to be here. I feel quite calm and it feels quite normal to be here. I was here literally like 5 weeks ago, so it feels like it always does. Today was my mom's birthday, or is my mom's birthday, and we had a birthday breakfast. We had some cake and did presents and all that. Today we're just chilling, and then tonight we're going out for dinner with a bunch of friends and my granddad. Anyways, I think I'm gonna continue napping. I'm wearing this dress from Urban Outfitters and I bought this yesterday. It's super cute. I bought a couple of things. Maybe I'll show them to you guys a little bit later. Can you guys tell that I'm so tired? Actually, I'm gonna do my nails. I've just had this idea because I had my nails done about a week ago, but I just had normal polish put on, so it's coming off. It looks kind of gross, and I bought really cute nail polish yesterday, so I'm gonna do my nails now. Great. I made an iced coffee because I was struggling to stay awake again, and this shit tastes so good right now. I also did my nails. They're a little bit messy, but that's fine. But I think they're really cute because I did this really light pink color, and then I did one mint colored one on each hand. Thought that was a cute touch, little summer touch. I was gonna show you guys what I bought from Urban Outfitters really quickly. So this is the first dress. Got this green dress. This was on sale and I love this color and the print. Just thought it would be something different, and now I'm gonna get the other stuff that I bought. So I got this t-shirt. This is what it looks like, little space tee, and this material is just really comfortable. So I wore this to bed last night, but I am gonna wear this out just with denim shorts. Really cute. And then I got this jumper. This is from Guess, and this was in the men's section. I love the men's section at Urban Outfitters. It's so good. And it just looks like this. It's just this cream colored jumper, just says Guess Los Angeles, and I just thought this was really cute. I actually saw this online and knew I was gonna buy it because it's really simple. I love the color. I had a really good first couple of days, and now we are in Juist, which is this tiny island that's still a part of Germany. It's in the North Sea, but it's still a part of Germany, and it's so tiny that there's no cars here except for emergency vehicles, and you take the bike everywhere, and you eat at like the same 6 restaurants, and you're running into people you know every day, and it's beautiful. And we used to come here every single year when we were still living in Germany, at least once a year. Like, I kind of grew up here, and I know so many people that come here every year and people that live here, and now we've been here for almost 2 weeks. We're leaving in about 2 days, and it's honestly been so great to be here just for my mental health, I think, because there's not a lot to do here. It's a tiny island, like I said. I've just been getting back into exercising, which has been great, eating good, sleeping lots, doing journaling, reading. I'm practicing my French because I want to learn French again, watching Netflix, getting some work done, hanging out with friends and family. Been so great for my mental health after being so stressed for that time when I was moving. Not just busy stress, but just emotionally as well. It was so draining, and it's still a lot, to be honest, to like process everything, and there's new things sort of developing every day, I feel like, and it's not 100% certain what's going to happen over the next few months, and so it's just a lot. So it's been good to be here and just to kind of settle down, calm down a little bit. Sunday, we're either leaving on Saturday or Sunday, I don't know yet. We're going back to Düsseldorf, and we're staying at sort of an Airbnb for 2 weeks, and then we're moving into my parents' new place. So I am staying with my parents for now. I'm moving in with them. I kind of don't really know how long I'm going to be living with them. I am really excited, I have to say, to live at home again for a while, because I've lived out of home now for almost 2 years. And I'm kind of excited to live at home and like eat mum's cooking and just like be around my family all the time. And obviously it just feels so secure as well to be living at home and not have your own place. I also was gonna fly back to Sydney in October, at the start of October, so that was kind of my plan of being here for 2 months and then flying back to Sydney for a couple of weeks, because like I explained in my last video, my boyfriend Kel is still in Sydney, and he was initially gonna aim to get here by the end of the year. So in my head I was going, okay, I'm preparing for him only getting here at the end of the year, so I definitely want to fly back to Sydney in between, because I don't really want to be apart for 5-6 months. I can do 2 months and then a couple of weeks together and then 2 months apart. So that was kind of our plan. And then also I was thinking, you know, I can see some of my friends, I can get some work done, it'll be a business expense, yada yada. Now I don't think that's happening anymore. I feel like I'm really just ranting in this video, but it feels so good. I don't think I'm gonna fly back to Sydney. I haven't cancelled my flight yet, but I think I will, just for my mental health as well. The biggest reason that I'm not gonna go back, to be honest, is that Kel is gonna come a lot sooner, and as soon as he has booked his flight, I'm cancelling mine. I just want to be sure. Yeah, it's also my mental health, because I think if I go back to Sydney for a couple of weeks, it's gonna fuck with my mind so much, and it's gonna be really exhausting and tiring, and I think it's just gonna be very confusing, because I was in Sydney living there at the start of the year, then I spent June in Europe, then I was back in Sydney for a month, then I packed up my life, then I flew back here to Germany, and now I'm here. And if I were to fly back to Sydney, I'd be there for a couple of weeks and then fly back here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times doing that journey within a couple of months, which I think is just crazy, and it's really expensive as well. And I think if Kel was staying towards the end of the year, I would kind of go, well, I think it's going to be a lot harder for me mentally to not see him for that long, rather than deal with the travel stress and like just the confusion of being back in Sydney so soon. But now that he's coming, I feel like it's better for me to just stay here, just wait for him. And you know, part of me wants to see some of my friends that are over there, but I just think it's better if I stay here. How am I feeling? I feel really relaxed finally, I think, but also overwhelmed at the same time. And I'm in a really weird place where I feel like my life is kind of on hold right now because I'm on this tiny island and I'm with my family and there's not that much to do. I can't really do that much work here right now, but I'm doing so much planning for the next 6 months, and I'm doing so much thinking about where am I gonna live and what am I gonna be doing and when's Kel gonna come and how's my work gonna evolve and what clients am I gonna work with and how much money am I gonna make and how am I gonna be paying tax and like all these things. So I'm spending so much of my days planning and thinking about my life, but I feel like I'm not living it right now. I feel like I've hit this pause button, which is good because I think it's quite a fortunate situation that I'm able to feel this. I've hit pause and I can take this time to think about, okay, what do you want to do the next 6 months? What can you do? What's gonna happen? Let's plan this thing. It does feel a little bit crazy, and I think that's slowly starting to sink in. And what really pissed me off the first few days when I got to Düsseldorf was that everyone kept asking me like, how are you feeling? Like, it's so great that you're here and you've made this big move. And I just couldn't feel it. I just said it feels like it always does when I'm here. Like, I'm here once a year. I was here a month ago just chilling, and it just feels like it always does when I'm here, and it doesn't feel that big right now. The only thing that felt big was moving out of my first apartment, and that was definitely a little bit emotional. We had such a good time at that place and it was so perfect. It was small, but it was really nice and it was in a great location. We were living in Newtown, by the way. Now I can say that because I don't live there anymore, but we lived in Newtown in Sydney, which is an amazing location, and it was super fun, and we had a great group of friends. And I had these really great 2 years after finishing school. It's been 2 years since I finished school, oh my god. But I had this great chapter of living in my first apartment and trying uni, not liking it, focusing on my career, slowly starting to make a lot more money, going on different trips, spending time with my friends, exploring the city, and like, it was a really great time. And it was kind of sad to end that chapter, but at the same time I felt for a couple of months that I just knew something new was gonna happen, and I also knew that I needed something new, just a new chapter. I think even if we would have stayed in Sydney, a lot of things would have changed and we probably would have found a new place and all that, but I'm really happy to be here, and I'm excited that Kel is gonna come, and I'm excited to start working here and start doing different jobs and all that kind of stuff. So what's happening in the next few months? It's kind of still up in the air, but not really. So basically Kel's gonna aim to be here in October, or he's probably gonna be in October depending on what kind of flight he books. And I'm gonna be staying with my parents definitely until then, so it's gonna be throughout September. I'm gonna be staying with my parents, and then Kel's gonna come, and then it kind of depends on what we want to do and what our options are, because really we want to end up in Berlin, which I don't think I said in my last video. I don't think I said the city, but we do want to end up in Berlin. We're going to try to find an apartment there. I'm going to try to find an agent there. And I think it's really the best city for us to start with, at least. Like, maybe we'll fall in love with it and stay there for a really long time. But I think it's just a great starting point for us because we both have connections there. I have connections within my industry as well, which is really great. Everyone there speaks English, which is good for Kel because he's starting to learn German now. He speaks a tiny bit and he understands a bit, but he's starting to learn it now, but he obviously doesn't speak it very well. So it's good that we're going to a city where everyone speaks English, and it's very cheap relative to Sydney. It's definitely not the cheapest within Germany, but it's also cheaper than some other cities that I was considering, and Berlin is the right place in so many ways, and I can really see myself thriving there, and I can really see my career thriving there. So I'm excited to see if that's actually going to happen, and that's what I've kind of been doing so much planning around, is what do I want my life to look like there, where do we want to be living, how much do we want to be spending on rent, what agency do I want to join, do I want to join an agency, I have to find an accountant or something like that. I'm still gonna have to continue to pay tax in Australia, so it's a whole other thing. It's just a lot to think about, and it's exciting at the same time. It's a little bit daunting, but it's very exciting, and I haven't had a day or even a moment where I've had regrets about coming here. It's been so good to be with my family, and it's felt really natural to be here. And I've had moments where I get really scared because I want everything to work out, and we had such a comfortable situation living in Sydney, or I did, and I have these moments where I'm going, oh my god, I'm fucking everything up. Like, why am I've moved overseas, I've asked my partner to move overseas, he's doing this for me, I want him to be happy. What if he isn't happy here? What if this ruins our relationship? What if I'm not happy here? What if I ruin my career with this? Like, all these thoughts. But I haven't had a moment where I'm going, I want to be back in Sydney or something like that. Like, obviously I really miss Kel, and that's been hard, but we've been handling it really well, and we're really good at communicating, so it's not really an issue for our relationship. It kind of just makes us love each other more, which is nice. Yeah, I haven't had a moment where I'm going, fuck, I really fucked up and I wish I hadn't come here, so that's really good. I think it's normal to be nervous, especially with such big changes, and I'm just trying to sort of acknowledge those feelings and not push them down, just let them happen, write them down, talk to you guys, talk to my friends, talk to Kel, talk to my parents, because I think it's quite natural and you just have to kind of work through those feelings. I'm excited for what's gonna happen. I know that my content is kind of suffering right now, at least on YouTube, but I definitely think that once I'm back on Düsseldorf, which is this weekend, I will be a lot more settled and I can get back into a routine. The problem's just that I have no routine here. I've been sharing a room with my siblings, which is fine, but it's just not ideal for filming. Like, this is the first opportunity that I've kind of gotten to sit down and talk to you guys in a couple of weeks, so it hasn't been ideal, but it's also been, I think, good for me to take a break and just do lots of reflecting and planning. So there is lots of content coming, and I can't wait to share more of this journey with you guys and share more about how I'm feeling and stuff. But I genuinely think that it might be entertaining or even helpful for someone else who's going through a big move. I think my situation's quite unique, but it also isn't, because a lot of people move for many different reasons, and I think I'm definitely still in a very sort of blessed and fairly easy situation. But obviously that doesn't mean that there are no struggles involved and that there's no sort of emotional ups and downs that come with it, and I really want to share that stuff with you guys. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know if you have any specific questions about the move and how I'm feeling and all of that, because I think I might just do another video, do like a Q&A. Part of me just wants to keep on ranting, and I feel like I have so much on my mind that I just want to let out, but I think I'm gonna go back to my journal now because I feel like I've said everything that I wanted to say to you guys. I also wanted to say a massive thank you. I don't know if I said this in my last video, I'll just say it again, but everyone was so supportive under my I'm moving video, and I didn't have a single bad comment. I think everyone was so nice and just really understanding and encouraging, which was awesome, and I found a lot of people were really interested in it as well, which is great. So thank you guys for that, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.